Hello, friends. Welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let me just double check that everything is working, and then we will begin. In the meantime, how are you? What have you been up to? Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so. I think we are good there. Forgot to lower the music. And I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and move on over here. Welcoming everybody. How are you, Yimit? Bear, how's it going? Bear, how are you? How was your day? Is this too bright? I think it's too bright. That looks better. It was like I was too glowy. Welcome in. How are you? How's it going, everybody? Sorry for the late stream, though technically on Friday, we'll be starting stream in 10 minutes. That's when we'll be starting the Australia trip stream. So if you're around in 10 minutes on Friday, then you'll be here on time. Sassy, welcome in. Hello, how are you? All right, days so far. Really hot, though. What's the temp? Also, sorry again for the late start. I definitely took a 15-minute nap. And it did not stop napping. I took a 15-minute nap, but the nap didn't want to end. And so, really, the dreaded nap, really, whose fault is that? Doing all right, avoiding the real world because the sun is trying to kill us all. Yeah, how hot is it over there? I feel really bad. Here, the high is 62, low of 50. Tomorrow, it's going to be raining. Thursday, low 49. 98 at 7 p.m. That is so hot. Please tell me your air conditioning is functional and working. I upgraded from 6 fans to 7. I'm in a whirlwind. Are they all like
and back
positioned like that?
Dino Dance.
Dino Dance. Why does it say it like that? Emmers, thank you so much for 56 months, Emmers. That is wild. Thank you so much. Johnzo. Johnzo also welcome in. But Emmers, thank you again so much for 56 months. That is... When is the next year number? So 48 would have been 1. 60? Is it 60? It is like a summoning circle of hands around me. That's amazing. You're gonna get caught up in a tornado. I'm in bed already, but hope you all have a great night. Emmers, I hope you have a great night. Thank you for popping in. Apologies for the late stream. But I hope you have a good one. Again, friends, in 10 minutes and 3 days, our Australia trip, I should do a little thing for it. Wait, did I make it a command? No, I didn't. I think I thought about it, and then I didn't. Australia trip celebration stream on Friday at 3:30 p.m. AKST. Be there, mate. Did that sound Australian? Kangaroo. There we go. Let's get that there. Boop. But on a better note, I'm starting to play the Australian delivery game today. Is that deliver at all cost? Is it Australian? Makeda, welcome in. How's it going? Side note, as penance for starting late, I have a video to show you guys. Oh wait, Death Stranding 2. Is it? Oh, are you saying because there's so many like dangers while while running around? I have a video to show you guys that ruined everything. Wait, does it take place in Australia? Are we playing Death Stranding 2? Well, I can't remember. Is it just music or is there actual like sound? I think it's music, so we don't need to listen to it. But for starting late, and again, I apologize for starting late today, really late. I have this video to show you that really just made life terrible, but it's sort of like The Ring. If I don't show it to anybody else in 7 days, I die. So, you know, take that for what you will. I guess this is called Bomb Pizza. There's no sound to this. But, okay. They lit them, okay. Surely, okay, neat, okay. Fire's gone, cool. All right, it didn't really, like, burn any, it didn't really, like, add anything to that. Okay, what's next? Okay, they're cutting the dome. Got it. Okay. And what are they going to do with that? Oh, they're just doing away with it. Okay. And then inside you have what is one of the saddest looking pizzas I've ever seen in my life. You know how sometimes we say, well, a bad pizza is still a good pizza, or a bad pizza is still pizza? Why does it look like that? Scissors? Why does it, none of this looks appetizing? Why is it gray? Why is the dough gray? And why is the cheese like looking like that? A nice, delicious gray color. Why? There is nothing there. Everything is wrong with this. What is worse, I've heard, apparently this is not the full clip. I don't know where the full clip is. Supposedly, this isn't, no, it's an AI. Apparently it's real. But the guy, the waiter, like, you might think that, okay, it must be like served like that, right? Like, where maybe it comes out of the oven. Maybe it's like all the steam inside has done this. Untrue. Nice try, Skynet. Not true. Apparently, right before this, the guy takes like a straw and like the pizza comes in flat, almost looking like a calzone, but he takes like a straw and blows into it so that it inflates. Which is like another problem just in and of itself. The waiter blowing air onto your food to then just like, I hate that so much. And then again, why there's no point in lighting it on fire? Because they just cut it off. And then it just that'll be $90. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I don't want people breathing on my food. Yeah, there's no way that is sanitary. Because imagine now it's like that their breath is currently trapped in this weird pizza dome, the pizza dome. And then again, yeah, they just dispose of the top. Like, why do that? They eat it with hot breath. That's what it is. And then, you know, it's like so gross because, like, clearly, I mean, it's steamed pizza is probably what's happening, right? Like, is it a full calzone? I'm very confused as to, like, why the insides look the way they do. But, like, zooming in, it's like not all of the cheese looks melted, I assume. The cheese kind of looks like soup. Yeah, it's sort of... I think it's because, like, the cheese doesn't fully melt, kind of. And also, like, the red stuff isn't sauce. It looks like toppings. So, like, where's the sauce? Brave of you to assume that's cheese. It's just, all of it, all around, I don't like any of it. And I don't know why stuff like this exists. Besides for social media. Is like it has to just be send the whole restaurant back. I'm sending the waiter back too. What would you guys do if you let's say you saw something on the menu called bomb pizza and you said that sounds interesting. I like pizza. I like bombs. They deliver that. They do that. The crust almost looks mushroom-like. It honestly does. What would you do, though, after they served it to you? When you see the waiter blow into it, burn it, cut away the top, and then serve you this, call the police. I feel like I would be, like, I'm not typically the person to send something back, unless it's, like, very wrong. But I feel like in this case, I'd be like, I'm sorry, but I'm not eating this. This looks so bad. I would fully embrace my name in that moment. That was sassy. I would just be like, I just don't think that's okay to eat. I feel like even if I had to just be like, look, I'll pay for another thing, you know? I think I'd just gather my belongings and walk out. Well, and to be fair, that's also like, if they're doing this, what else will they do to your food? I'm sorry, I ordered pizza, not this. I'd sue the friend that brought me there. It's just, and again, there's literally, like, looking at it, there's literally nothing about it that looks appetizing. Like, I love pizza crust. Like, I think the bread of pizza is just so delicious, typically. Or it should be, I think. I really like Moose's Tooth's dough. Like, I think that the dough itself tastes good. That the dough looks just bad. It looks like it's either, yeah, like, it looks bad. I feel like even the fact that it doesn't, like, when they bring it out, it's already that color. Like, it's not even like, I'm sorry, is the pizza in the room with us? It doesn't even look like what, like, normal pizza looks like. It doesn't even have, like, in a calzone, like, you know, it even like, calzone will have those little darker spots and stuff where it's like a little bit more like burnt or charred or whatever. But this is almost like a uniform gray. If you served this at an alien-themed restaurant, Madrigal, welcome in. If you served this at an alien-themed restaurant, I would be like, wow, they're really leaning into this. This isn't pizza. This is Pete Sound. I love that. Yep, they nailed it. They nailed the brief alien food. It you know, if you told an alien the instructions to make pizza, that is what I'm assuming it'll look like. But I was almost gonna say if they served this at Pandora at Disney. That, like, I would be like, okay. I kind of see. Though, because apparently one of the things on the menus at Pandora is like it's like an alien burger. I forget what it's called, but it's basically just the fillings of a burger inside of what is like a doughy bao bun. Like a bao made of bread. So it's like fully encased. That, like, it almost seems like what they're doing here, but like a fully encased pizza that's not a calzone. Cut away the top. Make it a nightmare. They listened to Be Our Guest too many times. They took Try the Gray Stuff, It's Delicious to heart. It doesn't look delicious. I don't even know what is the red stuff. Let's zoom and enhance. Tomato? Question mark? If you told me that was walnut, I would be like, I kind of see it, but that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather eat Ms. Lovett's meat pies deep cut. Good reference, though. Good reference. Anyway, I saw that and I was just like, this is absolutely an abomination. There is nothing about this that looks appetizing. It definitely, I think, you know what would happen? It would definitely be one of those things is after the waiter leaves. I mean, while this is happening, I'm probably like, okay. But after... Is that an ube crust? I don't think so. I think that is just supposed to be bread. Jaws, welcome in. I think what would happen is I would, like after the waiter would leave, I would just kind of stare at my friend and be like, it looks like you opened an Italian pizza maker's tomb. That was what was buried with them. You know what? That is actually one of the most perfect descriptions of this. I feel it looks like dead pizza. Joss, how are you? Pizza that has perished and was buried away. I feel like if it was ube, it would be like more like purpley or something. I feel like it would have more of that. Like, I feel like I think it would have more color. I feel like almost anything would have more color than what this is. Because gray is such a weird one. It's like, I feel like it has to be some kind of, I don't know. It just makes me feel bad. When I look at it, it makes me feel bad. I bet the comment section is undefeated. I'm sure it is. It has to be. I saw this on Reddit. And I was like, oh no. I was like, this is just ridiculous. Doing well, thanks. My partner's gone to BC for weeks, so I've just been vibing at home. That sounds good. Sounds good. Have you been playing any games? What have you guys been doing? By the way, reminder, this Friday, 3:30 p.m. Actually, 6 minutes ago, we'll be starting the Australia trip celebration stream. So I hope you guys can join us for that. Gonna have guests, Stream and Daz, Ross DTD, YV1 will all be joining me, and I'm very excited. Very, very excited to have them with me. But yeah, that was a thing. There's something else I was going to say. I can't remember. I've been playing a point-and-click Wallace and Gromit game and also started the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. Oh, that's so fun. That sounds wonderful. I do like point and click games. And Ocarina of Time is fantastic. Well, Jet, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. That's honestly perfect. I wish that guy would have tried that pizza. That would be that. I'd love to hear his review. I also wish I could see what Gordon Ramsay would think. Because again, like, why burn the pizza? I mean, like, that's such a, like, why do the fire thing? Like, usually that's like, you know, sometimes it's just for show, but like, there's usually some kind of burnt element on it, or there's some kind of like, you know, it's supposed to add something to that, right? I mean, I have never been served anything on fire. I know I am unlucky, you know, not fancy enough to be served things that are on fire. But it's my understanding that it's not just purely for looks. I like sometimes like that is sort of like maybe it adds a little bit of like char or something to it as like a final thing. And yeah, there's part of it for show, but I've never, yeah. So I could be not the expert on it, but the fact that they like burn the top of it and then cut it away seems like, and then just like discard the top is odd to me. Raves, no, I can't imagine he likes it. I can't imagine he would. Pizza looks suspect for sure. It really did. It was a very, yeah, I don't know. There's just, the choices were made. And that's the end of the sentence. Also, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. Remember, tomorrow is the last day to suggest horror games. If you would like to suggest any last remaining horror games, please make sure you go do that in the suggestions channel. We've only gotten like 9, maybe 10. I feel like we could put more in there. Set up the mini fridge so at least I have cold drinks today. Oh, good, Bear. That's so good. Yeah, please stay hydrated. Anyone who's kind of at like a heat wave or whatever, please hydrate. I was served a flaming alcohol once, but I don't drink, and I've never seen someone more visibly annoyed by me than that bartender was. Wait, why? Because they went through the effort of making it, I guess? Where you just like, oh, I don't drink. I mean, I assume like he gave it to somebody else or someone else took it. My phone's not letting me share, but I'm on a 25 stream streak, Joss. Congratulations. Thanks for being here. What was I going to say? Yeah, I don't think I've... Fairly positive I've never been served anything on fire. Maybe I should add that to my wish list in Australia. I need to order one thing that's on fire, which means I need to find a place that would serve me something that's on fire, or just ask them to set it on fire. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't know if Wendy's is in Australia. But can you light my fries on fire? Oh yeah, Joss, how hot is it over there? Are you also in like a heat wave? I'm 1 away from 100 check-ins, Bear! Amazing. Well, we'll stream tomorrow, so. Some other person ordered it, and he thought it was me. Oh, so when he pushed it towards me, I waved it away because it was loud, and he couldn't hear me. He was very mad. That's their fault. That's totally their fault. That's so funny. I would have been like, I don't know what to do with this. Why is it on fire? Is this a threat? That's funny. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, maybe I'm just a safe food orderer. Like, maybe I only order things that are so, like, average that, of course, it's not going to be on fire. We are. Yeah, it's super rough out there. I'm very fortunate to have AC. Oh, dang. Well, I'm glad that you're in the AC, because that is, yeah, that would be very difficult. Otherwise, like having, you know, have some fans going or whatever. Again, you know, Alaska is Alaska is Alaska. I am very glad that the solstice is over, because now that means the night is coming. The night returns. It will soon be dark outside in the nighttime, and I will be very happy about that. We still have like, it's still gonna take like a month before it's like fully back to normal, and then it'll start getting very dark. But the night man cometh. Yeah. But I hate when it's just like it's sunny outside at midnight. I don't like this. I forgot about that in Alaska. Yeah. So right now, I mean, so the 20th was the solstice. So there was a lot of like solstice events and midnight hikes and midnight concerts and what have you. But I am like, all right. Alaskans love it. They absolutely love this part of the year. That sounds fun. Yeah, not to me. It's just not a me thing. So like, yeah, have I ever been to an event like that? I don't think so. The closest is one year, I went to a 4th of July thing, and they here 4th of July isn't as big because it's sunny at night. So for fireworks, they're not as like special. Fireworks are bigger here in New Year's because it's dark. And they like start earlier and stuff. Here, 4th of July fireworks typically start at like midnight. And so I've been to one midnight fireworks display. It was very sad. But we were like the guy doing the fireworks was like, you know, I could make eye contact with him. Like he was like 20 feet away from me, just shooting fireworks above us. So like the opposite of 30 Days of Night. Yeah, that's the thing, is like the vampires are really only dangerous in the wintertime. That's when you got to be careful of the vampires. Daytime, you know, we're doing pretty good. Or like summertime. But yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. What was I gonna say? Anyway, yeah. So I don't go to any of those types of events or anything. They're just not. It's not my jam. Part of it is also Alaskans, because of the way our weather works, where it's like colder most of the year, and then like our summers are very mild. When the summer is here, Alaskans are very like, we have to be outside. We have to take in every minute of summer. If you don't have a hike planned, what are you doing? What are you doing this week? You're not hiking? What's wrong with you? They get very like aggressive about the summer. And I'm just like, I'm not really a huge plans person. Like I don't like having a lot of stuff planned. I'm okay with like planning an event, but like I just don't like having something every day, you know? That's not the Alaskan way in the summer. They're like literally like so aggressive about hiking and like being outside, and I'm like, I just want to be inside. Can't we do something inside? Is that not a summer thing? I got bad ankles. I can't be bothered. Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, and I don't mind hiking. It's just, I think I just got exhausted with doing that the first couple of like summers that I was here. because they just had so much pressure. They're just always like, okay, we're doing this hike today, and then tomorrow we're doing another hike. And these hikes are not like, these aren't like, we're going over a hill. This is like a hike. Like, we're scaling a mountain type of hike. I say hike. And I do like hiking. But I'm talking about hiking. Like, make sure you've got your water packs. We've got snacks. We're going to be up in the mountains for hours. It's going to take us 6 hours, there and back. That's only if nothing goes wrong, like that, that kind of stuff. That's like, okay, we are walking 90 degrees. Yeah. I've been on a few and I've like, it's great for photos. I love it. Like the views are wonderful. And sometimes you can get a good chat in if you're not completely just out of breath. But like, I can't do that every day. I can't. I'll never forget my Alaskan cruise. Such a beautiful place. Yeah. I've never taken one, but I've heard that they're beautiful. I've seen pictures from a lot of them. I like it in theory and I like rock climbing, but I'm more partial to a hike. That's a glorified walk. Yes, that's the thing. And I feel like I have to clarify because I know some people are like, oh, I love hikes. And they mean sort of like, yeah, a nice walk. Maybe there's some like hills, but it's like a longer sort of pathy walk, which is fine. That is, a hike. I suppose I am like wanting to clarify that it's like here when people say we're going on a hike, they mean like you get your hiking boots on. You've packed your survival stuff. We're taking bear spray with us. You've got like, Alaska has been on my list for a while now. It's great. My highlight was seeing moose and bears. Yeah, the wildlife here is great. Oh, from afar. From afar, they're wonderful. But yeah, seeing them are very, very cool looking creatures, I think. Alaska's great. I love it. Moose are terrifyingly big. They are. I've been on foot once near one, and I hid when it came by. But rest of the time I've been in my car. What made you move to Alaska? I came and visited. I had a friend who lived up here. He doesn't live up here anymore, but I visited him and was just like, this place is amazing. I love it. I pretty much spent a week here, and he and his wife just kind of showed me around, and we went on a few hikes. We stopped by a few different towns while I was here. And it was just, I've never lived anywhere with mountains. I also, again, this is like, I like the snow. It also rained the whole time I was here. And he was like, I'm sorry that it's raining. I was like, no, I love it. I prefer this. And then I just thought about it, and I was like, I don't really have a lot keeping me where I am. If I wanted to move across the country, now's the time to do it. So I just did. I moved like 6 months later. Oh, this looks so beautiful. I'm a snow guy too. John's, I think he would like it. Because the winters are fairly snowy to very snowy. So I think he would like it. That's my preferred climate is when it starts to snow and it's like, ooh, chilly. I'll try to get away with a jacket though, pretty much all year round. But sometimes I know in the summer I look strange, but I'll try to get away with a jacket all year round. Keep in mind there are people wearing shorts when it's snowing outside, so I know for sure that like right now if I wore a jacket, people would be like, and I'm not wearing like a parka, but I'm wearing like, just some kind of like jacket over my clothes. But Yeah, it'd be fun to take one of those cruises at some point just to see the glaciers. That's me. I'm a shorts and snow guy. I've learned I can be in shorts at no lower than 13 Fahrenheit. That is -10 Celsius. I can be, if it's above 13, like even if it's just like 15 degrees, I can be in shorts. Even for a little bit. But I just also love sweats. I'm not a fancy dresser. If you saw me, you'd be like, that man is a slob. I love sweatpants. I wear sweatpants when I'm running errands and stuff. I'm just not fancy, but Cordova, Kodiak, and Anchorage. I think that was the places we went. Yeah. That should all be right. Never been to. Well, I've only been to Anchorage, but of those, Kodiak that's pretty out there. And Cordova, I know I've heard of, but I've never been. I don't quite know where that is. But that makes sense. I know a lot of them go from Skagway and Juneau and like stop at a lot of those places. But yeah, at that temp, I'll break out the sweats. Yeah. I still wear them now. Or like joggers, I guess, which, I mean, what are joggers but sweats? I mean, they can be like, the joggers I have are like sweats material. They're Nike. But I feel like I'm just like chilling. I don't know. I have no one to impress. What was I going to say? Alaskans are also, I will say, are functional dressers than they are like dressed to impress. You see more people wearing like outdoorsy gear around here, or like even if it doesn't like look fancy, you know. Geek Dad, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? I would love to do one of the Alaskan whale watching cruises as a bucket list. That would be so much fun too. There are so many cool like sea creatures and stuff here. Dall's porpoises you can even see. That would be very fun. I just got a Point Hope. That would be cool. But Geek Dad, how are you? Layers, yeah, lots of layers, lots of just like yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but I would describe most Alaskan fashion as not being like cool. Like it's not about being cool. It's usually like functional things, staying warm and whatever. There have been more, I would say, in the past 6-ish years, more companies that have like taken outdoorsy gear to try to make it more like fancier. But there's a company called Sister something. I can't remember what they're called, but they take there's like there's a special type of shoe that a lot of people wear here. I don't own one. An Extra Tough, that's what it is. There's a brand of shoes called Extra Toughs. The standard one is like a brown rubber boot that goes like right below your knees, sort of. It's like a tall, like a lot of fishermen wear it. I think you mean Crocs now. But then there are versions of that are like, they don't go as high, they're a bit shorter, and they're a bit looser. The standard Extra Tough rubber boot is like pretty like form-fitting, but the other one is a bit looser, and a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll like bend the top of it so that it's like sort of like a cuff, I guess. And they've started putting like colorful patterns inside of those, and like or like just different colors inside so that they're a little bit more fashionable, I guess. But that's sort of like that's like something that I've seen. Or you'll see people wear like gaiters, I guess that's what it's called. But those will be very like patterns and colorful and whatever. Wait, so I have to tell you something. My girlfriend, we're looking at a road trip for next week, and we were thinking about BC. And I said, or we could go to Moose's Tooth. Oh my goodness. I mean, that is a, wait, I can't remember. Geekdad, where are you? Are you in, you're like, are you Pacific Northwest? Because I was saying, I was like, either of those are a long trip. We were close to 70%, 80% headed up there, and then realized that was insane. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's still a very long trip. Washington State. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Washington or like Oregon. Very cool though, yeah. I assume you're going to BC. Washington is another gorgeous state. Only like 43 or so hours one way. Yeah. It's a long trip. It took me a while to drive up here. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, easy quick trip. Especially for, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a drive. Yeah, I'd love to visit like Washington or Oregon someday, but we'll see. It'd be fun to go to Portland just so I can see and experience Portlandia for myself. I think that'd be very fun. I'd be like, I know these guys. Wait, whale watching was when I realized my fear of massive animals in the ocean. Yeah, that is also kind of terrifying, Bear. I think having like a whale like next to you would be a little, like, depending on how big of a craft you're in. I think if I was in a boat, like a cruise boat, I think I'd be okay. But like, I've seen video of someone in a kayak and like a whale just kind of like came up next to them. That would be terrifying. I think I'd be like, cool. Guess I'll die. But one day you'll get a DM and say, we're headed up there and we'll be there in 3 days. That is a bucket list drive for us. That'd be amazing. It's a great drive. It is a great drive. And that sounds good. Well, actually, and you would take a different route for the most part than what I took. I think at some point it would combine, but it would like meet up because I came in more from like middle of Canada. Like the highway I took went sort of like, or yeah, highway, interstate. The interstate I took was like more like that through Calgary and whatever. But do they still have the I need someone to drive this car to or from Alaska and we fly one way? Surely. I would imagine they do. Also, depending on the time of year you would take or you would go. Well, I guess I'd recommend going in the spring or summer versus the winter. Late spring or summer. And maybe early fall. You would want to avoid any time that there's snow, basically. But there is something that so I drove up in the winter. I drove up in February. And I had to buy something called the Milepost, which is a yearly potato. Welcome in. How are you? The Milepost is a yearly guide for here to lurk. Thank you for the lurk. A yearly guide for the Alaska Canada highway. Herm GG. Herm. One. Where's the follow notification? Hello? Oh, also, that's not on the screen. No, that's not right. Where are the alerts? Wait for it. That's so strange. Herm, thank you so much for the follow and coming in. I don't know why. Not overlay. Activity feed. Be-do-do-dee-do-do-dee-do-do. That's so strange. Well, thank you. I'm sorry that it didn't play. What was I saying? Oh, excuse me. Geek Dad, the Milepost is a yearly publication that tells you which exits on the Alaska-Canada highway are going to be closed during certain times of the year. Because not, especially in the winter, not every exit will be open. Because I guess they get so few people that gas stations are closed and whatever. So, like, there will be...
bearded man before you will soon.
There we go. So there are times where, like, an exit will be closed for months or whatever. So there was, like, a certain point. So I had to, like, plan out my trip. And granted, there was actually a sign off to the side at some point that said, like, no exits open for the next 100 miles or whatever it was. And so it was like, okay, good to know. So you need to make sure this is the last exit coming up before, like, nothing's open. So depending on the type of year, you might need to get the milepost. Reddit check-in. Thank you guys for the check-ins. To plan your gas fill-ups. Yeah, that was pretty much it. So the friend that I knew that lived up here, what I did was I drove all the way to Calgary by myself. Then I flew him from Alaska to Calgary, and then we drove the last bit together because it was February. There was snow on the ground. And I was like, if something happens, at least I die with somebody. Classic. It was great though. We had a fun little chat. We pretty much just chatted the whole way, from Calgary to Anchorage. Though it still took us two more nights, but we kind of took our time. We didn't, like, rush it. We, like, made a couple of stops. There was a really cool hot springs that we went to. I think I still have the photo. Do I still have the photo on my phone? No, I think I got rid of it. It was dope. Excuse me. I wonder if I have it. Hold on. My dad lives in Calgary. That's nearly almost sort of around the corner. Yeah. Oh, that's wild. Yeah. Calgary is really cool. I liked it. I feel like if I ever moved to Canada, I'd live in Calgary. I like it. I also learned that's where the creator of my favorite X-Men character lives in Calgary. Wait, I may or may not live in Calgary? Also, side note, family friendly, like Devin's stream. But no, you're totally good. No, you're fine. Wait, you do? Oh, that's wild. No, come to Toronto. I stopped in Calgary because I was waiting for my friend to arrive, and his flight was delayed. So it ended up being like I had to wait like a super long time for him to get there. And so I just drove around. I went to a comic book store. I can't remember the name of the store, but the owner is named Kelly, and he was very cool. And the store was, like, empty at the time, and he just chatted with me, and I thought he was super cool and super nice. And we just talked for a bit, and he was like, are you from here? I was like, no, I'm actually driving to Alaska. And so he asked me about that. And then we started talking about comics, and he asked me what my favorite character was, and I was like, my favorite comic book character is Kitty Pryde. And he was like, did you know that the I can't remember if it's the writer. Maybe it was the writer. He was like, the person who came up with Kitty Pryde is from Calgary. And I was like, what? And so anyway, it's just very fun. I swore immediately looked at the tag, saw family friendly, and felt so bad. No, you really don't need to feel bad. It's okay. That's why we have the filters and stuff on. You're totally good. Don't worry about it. Toronto's dope. Toronto's where I'm from, even though I haven't lived there in many, many years. I didn't know you were from Toronto. I have fondness for Toronto in that Scott Pilgrim is from there. Is that justified? Does that make sense? I can't find... Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't look... Somewhere... By the way, this is such a good song. I don't know where I would have this photo. I may not even have it on my computer. So my friend and I, we stopped at a hot spring on the way up here. And there ended up being a ton of Canadians there. We were at Liard Hot Springs. And it was actually so cool to go when everything was frozen. Because, like, it was just so steamy. Like, is there anything? Yeah, I don't... Let me check one more place. But what was fun is, so after I got out of the hot springs, my beard froze. It was great. I loved it. Let me see. Do I have it here somewhere? Yeah, I can't find it. If I find it, I'll show it on stream at some point. But yeah, I don't see it. Sag. Let me check. Hold on. Frozen. I know I have it backed up somewhere. Oh, I found it. I look like a madman. I look like a madman in the woods. But I also am bad at taking photos, and yeah. But you can see I look like somebody who's been lost in the woods for a very long time. But this is right after the sauna. My hair and beard is completely frozen. It was so cold that when you breathed in, like, I could feel my nose hairs freezing upon breath. Why isn't? Because I look like this looks like the photo of someone who committed a crime and they just found him living in the woods after a month living there. Have you seen this man? Yeah, it looks it is a terrible photo. That is why it's not my profile pic. But it was very fun. It was honestly it was a novelty of being like, I'm frozen. Max, welcome in. Hello, friends. Hello, all of you. How was your stream? Hold on, and I'll catch up with chat right after we come back from this raid video. Friends, enjoy or do not enjoy this video. Hi Raiders, I'm Jet, your fourth favorite streamer. Yeah, forth. You know, the guy you end up with when your favorites are offline and you misclicked my channel. Before we dive in, Snapsicles, this is a family-friendly stream. Please keep your chats cozy and clean or my mods will be on you like a pack of wild pumas. Looking for a triple threat? Gaming, chatting, and looks? Well, let me tell you why I'm called Triple Jet. When it comes to gaming, we dive into puzzles, indie games, RPGs, and mysteries. But the biggest mystery of all will be why you're still watching. Like to chat? Well, we get so derailed it's like we're a train to nowhere and I'm your conductor. Choo choo. And when it comes to looks, I am like the solar eclipse, best not to look at. Now, if you want a good streamer, follow the creators I just linked in chat. They will obliterate my stream like a snap from Thanos. Mr. Bezos, I don't feel so good. But if you like the wonderfully wrecked vibe of a beat-up pinata, then you're in the right place. The candy's mostly gone, but we can still keep it sweet. So drop a follow and we'll make this siesta fiesta the absolute besta. Got a jet? And welcome in, Raiders. Got a raid and dash. Have a great night. Max, thank you so much. Friends, go, if you missed that link, let me do that again. Go follow Max. Friend of Ozzy Cretans. I believe Cretan said that Max is the reason why he started streaming. So go drop him a follow because we love Cretan, so we love Max. But Budfather, thank you for the follow, and Mutar. One, I hope I said your name right, but also thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. It's good to see you. We were just talking about Alaska. I live in Alaska, and I was just detailing about the trip up here a while back. And this is me with post not sauna, hot springs, with my hair frozen. I have hair and beard frozen. Let's see, wait, for what it's worth, I was born in Toronto but moved close to Ottawa when I was a kid, and now I live in the UK, so not a true Torontonian. Toronton. Have you seen this man? You look stunned at how frozen you are in the photo. It looked great. That's just the face I make when I take photos, which is not good. What's funny is I have existed as a portrait photographer for a while. Not good at self-portraits. I'm not good at taking photos of myself. But it's I could take photos of other people. I just kind of deer in headlights, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. So yeah, it looks like they found me out there. This is the face of somebody that they're like, this guy lived off of pine cones for months on end. We don't know how he made it. All he said was, have you seen my TV guides or something? I don't know. My girlfriend and I went snowshoeing while I was 14 outside, and the nose hair thing is real. That's true. Snowshoeing, I've never been, but that looks like the IRL version of your My Time at Sandrock character. Honestly, not wrong. But friends, Raiders, thank you so much for coming in. I hope The Last of Us Part 1 was great. I'm just catching up now. Max Gnarly is a self-proclaimed kinda gnarly streamer who dives headfirst into PvP and ranked gameplay. They're currently on a TLOU, that's The Last of Us, marathon, but don't let that fool you. The streamer's all about those new drops. From Nickelodeon tier list to space shenanigans, Max Gnarly keeps it goofy and fresh. Just don't spoil anything or backseat. It is their first playthrough. So good. I've been in Max's stream while he was playing Splitgate, and that looked quite fun. Mr. Lang, thank you so much for coming in on the raid. But that is hilarious. Herm, I'm glad you like it. Let's see. Very photogenic. You can't look bad with a beard like that. You would be surprised. Points at photo. This guy was clean shaven when it looks like somebody who got lost in the woods. I'm wearing a Wolverine t-shirt, by the way, under that. I remember that. I don't have that shirt anymore. I don't know where it is, but that was a Wolverine shirt. I remember it. Anyway, so yeah, you never know. If you Geek Dad, depending on what time of the year, if you decide to drive up to Alaska, you should stop at Liard Hot Springs. It was great. There was this one. It was very funny. So it was me and my friend. And then we saw there was one group of Canadians on the right side of this place and another group of Canadians on the left side. And then there was this one guy who kept on like going in between, and he would kind of like stop and say hello to us. We just like were there in the middle, like like just talking to ourselves, not really like interacting with anybody, except for this guy who would just come up to us and start talking. And he was like, he was just so funny. But we were like, so which group are you with? Because we like see you, or like, is this one big group? And he was like, no, they're two different groups. And I was like, so which one are you with? And he was like, none of them. He was like, actually, I was here with my group of friends, but then they all left me. They all wanted to go back to like the hotel, and I didn't. So I just decided to stay, and I just came to hang out with everybody. I was like, fair enough. But I was really excited to go 1st of July for the 23rd. Oh, for the 23rd, like 23 1. Yeah. The basically the day where it's sunny outside all year round. Yeah, that's the thing. We were actually just talking about that before. It's funny. I'm a big like winter person. I do like cold weather, but also like I'm kind of a night person as well. So like this time of the year, I'm like, when will the night return? I miss the night, but there's a novelty I realize for people who don't live here. Well, and again, I was saying actually Alaskans prefer the summer generally and are very like, we gotta do everything while the sun is out. But yeah, I mean, like, it's still, like, even if you were here right now, even though it's past solstice, the sun is still out at, like, 11 p.m. Like, it's still, the sun is, you won't have missed it. But there's a lot of events around the solstice. Here's a moose I saw. Oh, wait, I don't think I'm going to be able to post that because it's a .heic. I don't have a JPEG version of it. I don't think OBS likes that file type. Do I have anything? I don't think I have any. What is this? Here's a moose on top of a car. There's that. You know, that happens. Here's another moose on top of a car. So yeah, that happens more than once. Let's see. Anything else? I don't really go on hikes much anymore because I'm not going to go alone. Because I don't want to die via bear attack. I think that's, as a general life rule, I try to avoid death by bear attack. Anyway, that's mostly it. That's Alaska essentially. Oh, also, new friends this week. Speaking of travel, this week we are celebrating my upcoming Australia trip. So this Friday, 50 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago, but add 3 days. I'll be having a special stream where I will be having Stream and Daz, Ross DTD, and YV1, all Aussies, on stream with me. We're going to be talking about Australia and fun stuff, and it'll be a good time. So you should join us. Join us for that. That reminds me of a photo. I'll try to find it and send it on Discord. It's of my dog back home on top of the snow pile, and she's higher than my neighbor's basketball net. Oh, that sounds amazing. I do love snow. But anything else? Oh, also tomorrow, for those that like horror games, I am taking a horror game suggestions. We reached that as one of our stream goals, our like stretch goals for the Australia trip. And so I will be playing a horror game soon, but I'm taking suggestions, and you can do so in the Discord under the suggestions channel. So if you're a horror game aficionado, go post some. We're then going to vote on in a tourney-style bracket. I'll put them head to head, and then we'll see who comes out on top. And whatever gets the most, last votes, we'll play. I don't know if I'll play the whole game. I can at least guarantee there will be a stream. So we'll see. But we should probably hop into the game. I don't know how long today's stream will be because I started so late. But and ads are about to play, so this is probably a good time to take our BRB. We'll run ads so that way you don't miss the game. And then we will hop into the altars. The devs gave me a code for the altars. We've been going through it. We've been having some troubles with the miner. Where we stopped last time, I decided to restart because the miner died. So, yeah, we're going to try again. We're going to keep him alive. Hopping off and have a great rest of the stream. Joss, thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you stay cool. And friends, we'll take that as our cue to go BRB and run ads. So if you need a stand-up stretch, get a snack, get something to drink, now is a perfect time to go do so. And we will BRB.
This is your time, Jetpack Gang. Stand up, move around, grab a snack, hydrate. The stream will resume in just a few minutes.
And welcome back. So yeah, we are playing The Altars. And we have had some missteps. And I think where we left off, I have gone back a day. I think I've just gone back one day. The goal is to keep the miner alive, which means I am going to have to keep him.
I'd like to draw your attention to something.
Where is he? Okay, he's going to the contemplation pod. Good. Time to lurk. Bear, have a good one. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for being here. Oh, there he is. He's alive! Yeah, we're keeping him alive. We're doing everything to keep him alive. He died again at the end of this last day. At the end of this day. But I had him working, I think. So I'm keeping him away from work. He's just gonna keep on just going into the contemplation pod where he's safe.
Hey, you wanted to discuss something? Indeed, the botanist. What about him?
Oh, this
He's
is about...
running around the base like a baboon and he'd
Right.
all excited about talking to his wife. I hope that's not true. Well, in that case,
He
it has
doesn't
to
like
stop.
this. He doesn't, I think I remember,
Don't
I'm gonna
worry.
keep
Well,
our
he was
responses the same
Don't get
as last
marked.
time.
Yeah, head of mine. Hey, so
And I remember we had
you
this
want
conversation.
me to tell you, when you're is success really all the what else?
That's right. He was like, success is all that matters. Let's say... happiness.
Happiness? Happy? I don't believe.
He didn't like this
Yeah,
conversation very
so
much.
I didn't want. So the beginning of it down because of it. Wait, but so did I.
Wish I had done the
Wish I- of course,
same.
It'd be me. It's imagine.
I can be just as
I'm
efficient.
pretty sure. We'll see about that.
Okay, another thing I needed to do is... where is the quantum computer? The botanist asked me a question that we need to figure out. It was basically, when did things go wrong between us and Lena? Holding on, you're wondering if she really is okay with the decision to stay. Maybe you should have said yes, but how could you? It's a crazy idea in your situation. You need to prove it to her that it was the only sensible choice. Stay with what? Back to square one. You listen to Lena talk excitedly. She really wants to take that offer, move abroad, sell the house, but for how much? It would hardly be enough to pay off the bank with the soaring rate of interest. And what about you? It's hard to find a decent job at home, let alone in a foreign country. After all your efforts to make ends meet, it would feel like going back to square one. What did she... Looks like she gets some kind of job offer, is the deal. Have you tried giving him an obscene amount of chocolate? That should cheer him up. I mean, I wish. Supposedly the issue is that he gets hurt. Okay, wait, this is it. Where she goes, you follow. Time to let, okay. So I wonder if that, okay, that's probably, the botanist is in the kitchen. I wonder if he wants to talk about that. Let's see. Let's talk about Lena.
Let's talk about Lena again. Always. Did you think it through?
I have a theory.
Yes. I have a theory I'd like to share. Hit me.
She hated me for work. It started when I convinced her not to move abroad.
It all started when I convinced her not to move abroad. Oh? Interesting. I remember that moment. Is this where we branched apart? Yeah. That decision defined us. Wow. But it wasn't just about moving, was it? I remember it well. It was a very specific feeling.
Afraid of the unknown. I was sad about selling the house. I was jealous of her career. It's kind of both. I'm going to say that one.
I was jealous of her career. Jealous? Please, we always wanted her to be successful. It was never about her.
Oh, okay. Afraid of the unknown?
I was afraid of the unknown, living in a strange land. Fear? No. We moved to college. We could have moved anywhere. Going away wasn't the problem. It was something else, and you know it.
Oh.
Sadness. Selling the house, our house, it made me sad. The house? Yeah. We put so much effort to prove that we could give her a good life, and now, the thought of having to start all over again. It felt like I would be losing something I worked so hard to achieve. So, you convinced her to stay. Yeah. And you agreed to go. Right. What happened after?
She dumped me. She held a grudge. It looks like she left.
She dumped me, eventually. After she decided to give up her job for you? Come on. You're not fooling me. Something must have happened.
Really? It kind of looks like...
She held a grudge, I guess. You mean she changed?
We both did.
I guess we both did. She wasn't happy, and I kept trying to make it up to her, taking extra jobs, not being fussy about late hours. But you grew further and further apart. Yeah. Suddenly I realized we don't talk anymore. Okay. I think I've heard enough. Really? Yeah. Can't you see the pattern?
I'm the problem.
You're always trying to prove something, be in control, build a big house, work overtime, go to friggin' space if nothing else works. Instead of just taking the passenger seat sometimes. Letting go and just enjoying the ride. You want me to enjoy the ride now. All I'm saying is you can try to trust her a little more.
You're right.
You're right. How can I change that? Think about it. When was the last time you asked her for something? Huh? She's a biotechnician, for crying out loud, and here we are struggling with those polymers. I bet she could tell us how to do it better. All you need to do is ask. Tell her you need her help. For once, rely on someone else other than yourself. I can try, I guess. Good. Do it. You won't regret it.
Reliance? Oh! There's only so much you can do yourself. The botanist taught you that there is nothing wrong in letting someone else be in control from time to time. Look at us go. We're learning. I can't wait to see this full thing, if we get to see it. Okay. What is happening? We have... What is being researched? Nothing. We need to build more of these. Which means we need more polymers. Which means we need more organics and organics. We need more organics and more minerals. Let's remove him from there, put him in organics. I'm going to turn on crunch hours for today. So they're going to be working late. Food-wise, we need lots of food. And So while he's doing... Oh, you know what we should do? Okay, he should... Yeah, okay, he's going to be at the workshop. I'll go to minerals. Also, can I make a call? Call's available. Oh, Mutar! Well, for some reason, our like, alerts have been so delayed. There we
Throw on
go.
your jetpack, and together let's take to the skies and soar to new heights.
Mutar, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Very kind of you. I think this is a reasonable-ish time to go to bed. Enjoy the game. I'll catch up next stream. Makeda, thanks for being here. I hope you have a good night. I know it is very late for you, so thank you for being here and sticking it out. But I hope you have a good one. Okay, I guess let's do this first. Discuss Lena's involvement.
Jan?
Hi, Lena.
Also, I should explain. For those who have not seen this game before, let me explain something. So, that is Jan on the right. Basically, we were a space crew. We were on a space crew. We emergency landed on a planet that we were supposed to go on. Like, we were supposed to go to this planet, but something happened. And all of the crew is dead except for us. While we are trying to survive, like on our first day, we find the mineral that we were, or like this resource that we were looking for, the whole reason the expedition went here, called Rapidium. We found some of it. We mine it. We're able to call back to like our home base on Earth and say, hey, we found this thing, but also everyone's dead, by the way. And they tell us to use a certain machine that's on our base. Our mobile base is like this giant wheel. They're like, use this machine and do this thing. And we're able to create alternate versions of ourselves. Using this special computer, we are able to program like we're able to program like different life paths for the different clones. So like the other people that we're talking to are all different versions of us, but they made different decisions in their life. To them, their lives feel very real, even though they're all kind of like their realities don't necessarily exist. But they're all helping us survive. So you'll see that it says like botanist Jan and scientist Jan and whatever. It's because we're all the same person essentially. But so we're trying to survive. We also, though, the sun will kill us if it gets too close, and so we're constantly having to move forward. Right now, there is a lava river that is blocking our way, and we need to find a way around it. So we're having to craft and build some things. It's been very fun, very enjoyable game so far. But I'm also trying to keep all of them alive, which has been a bit of a struggle. So as someone dies, we've been like going back. You're welcome. Consider my donation. I appreciate it. Player 4, Devin, welcome in. How was your stream? Jan emergency landed. Something happened. Everyone died, not us. Wheelbase. Alternate Jans. Programming. Got it. Yep. You got it. You totally got it. Especially because it's spelled like Jan. But how are you? How was the rest of stream? Lena is a biochemist, is that what they said? But part of our story is that we used to date her. But our Jan broke up with her. But some of the other Jans didn't. Also, some of the Jans don't know her at all, so it's also very fun. Jan equals Jan.
It's good to hear you. I was a bit out of line last time we spoke. It was harsh in your situation. Is everything okay?
Reliance, I need your help.
I think I am going to need you.
So it changes things.
A spark lights the fuse.
Okay.
The hype train roars to life. Choo choo.
Excuse me? an anonymous gifter. Thank you so much for gifting 5 gifted subs and for starting a hype train. Level 2. Unvoicing Bread. Rickard. Krista's Gaming. C-Cause and Vexacola. If you got a sub, make sure you say a very special thank you to an anonymous gifter. I appreciate that. Here's the thing, though. Anonymous gifter. You may or may not know this because you're anonymous, so I don't know. I don't think we have the people here for this, but we must do it anyway. Because sometimes, I don't know if you know this, but sometimes it's very risky to be so generous here. Also, we're going to get to try something out. We're going to get to test something to see if it works, potentially. If I don't know if we have enough people for it. It's going to be rough. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't explain how much that plot confused me without cursing. Oh no. I could try to explain again if need be. I could try to explain, but there's a danger though, because sometimes when someone gives so much, it
Suddenly, things become quiet. Outside, trees rustle and sway. A breeze tugs at your hair as you feel the ground below you shake.
Oh no?
Oh no. You know what it is.
What is it?
A big gifter.
A big gifter? Anonymous! Whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for the kindness and generosity for gifting a sub. Where's that list? It's, Unvoicing Bread, Rickard Eckberg, Krista's Gaming, C-Cos123, and Vexacola. If you are gifting us up, make sure you say thank you to our very kind and generous anonymous gifter. I very much appreciate it. You don't have to do that, but I thank you. Thank you for the kindness and generosity. We definitely are not going to make it this time. That's okay. Look at the big gifter, the generosity shooting out of the ground. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. A good thing I didn't get. Thank you for the generosity. But I appreciate it. And also for starting the I'm hard carrying the rivets. You tried. You really tried. And you know what? That's all we can ask. You know? That's all we can ask of you. Sorry for not saving. It's okay. Sometimes the big gifter gets us. I could even find the emote. You're totally good. It's one of those default global ones that nobody knows of. I feel like you never see OS Frog, but it's definitely there. I searched for Frog. It's also, I mean, you could, well, if you're up, it only helps if you're on PC, I guess, because you could copy pasta. But did you guys know? This also might help. FYI, this is actually for everybody, and this is actually a general Twitch thing that I use all the time, and I feel like not a lot of people know this. Did you know that you can do colon and then start typing out what the emote is, and it will find it for you? Like, it'll fill it in? Like, instead of going through the emote thing, you can do colon and then do OS frog. Can you just do frog? What would happen? You can. It actually does appear on the list if you do that. But you can, Calco? Calco with another 5 gifted. You did not need to do that. Thank you so much for the generosity, getting us to level complete through a level 3, now level 4. Calco, thank you so much. That is very kind, very generous. Equalizer, 1987. Rothy, Nulgar, Azure, Banquos, Stepson. Banquo's stepson. Maybe that's what it is. But thank you so much. Just got up from a nap and just decided to drop those. Thank you so much. That is very kind. It does work. I had no idea. Thanks for that tip. Yeah. So, that's how I mostly do emotes in people's chat, is I remember what it is. Because you could also, if you remember, like, for example, if I was trying to find one of YV's emotes, I know in my head that his, like, emote, like, prefix is YV1. So if I do :YV1, because I'm subscribed to him, this might not work for you guys, but I know it's going to show all of his emotes, and then I can go from there and keep typing. Or if I do like player 4, I can do :player 4 and it starts showing your emotes. But that's how I do, like, especially in like a hype situation, I'll do :dance and I'll see all of my dance emotes and I'll do that. Anyway, it's a fun little Twitch thing for you guys. That's how I do it all the time. You can also do the same in Discord. Works exact same. Punch lasers!
You got bamboozled.
I'm gonna get some sun. Hope you hit Hype Train 1000. I don't think we're gonna hit Hype Train 1000. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the follow earlier. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. But Punch lasers, Geek Dad, Danuni, Queen Makeda. She just went to sleep. Potato, Moonblaze. If you're here, say thank you. We're about to beat our last record. Incredible. Thank you for getting us to a hype train level 5. We can always do for those who don't know, when there's a hype train going on, you can do
Choo-choo. All aboard.
Choo-choo, ! Choo-choo. That is, in fact, the Disco Elysium voice actor that I paid to say choo-choo for me. And he did it in a couple of different ways. And it'll play a random one.
Choo-choo. All aboard.
But thank you guys so much. That is very kind, very generous. I feel like we almost need to do another big gifter. We've had 3 big gifters. That is wild. That is pretty wild. I mean, we have to reward the generosity. There's no way to not do that. 17 subs in a day, that is wild for us. Thank you so much. But you guys know that sometimes when that happens,
Suddenly, things become quiet. Outside, trees rustle and sway.
Again?
A breeze tugs at your hair as you feel the ground below you shake.
Oh no?
Oh no. You know what it is. A big gifter.
A big gifter? We're gonna so one, Anonymous, thank you so much for the gifted subs, Calco for the gifted subs, and Punch Lasers, thank you so much for the gifted subs. The generosity is so kind. You don't have to do that, but I very much appreciate all of you for your kindness and generosity. Make sure if you got a sub, say thank you. Thank you for being here, everybody, whether you're chatting or lounging or... Wait, it reset! It reset! That's strange. That should not happen. I don't know why it did that. That's borked, for sure. I feel like we should definitely give that to you guys. I think you guys got robbed, and I apologize. You guys got robbed by the system. But we're gonna fix that. And Calco, thank you so much for the 7-stream streak. I was trying. You did, Sassy. Sassy's hacking. I love it. No, that's what we need. We have to have someone carry us. Let me. Okay, once it resets, I think it reset. Did it reset? Hold on. Let's do. We're gonna do it again, because you guys got robbed. You guys got robbed from that, and I can't have that. Do it again.
Suddenly, things become quiet. Outside,
3 times.
Trees rustle and sway.
It's weird. I don't know why it reset your number though. That's strange. Raisin Bran cereals. The stream ain't big enough for the both of us.
Oh no.
Welcome in, Raisin Bran.
You know what it is.
You can't send the same message. Wait,
Gifter.
there's so you have to, well, you have to change how many you got, how many you put in there, but I will also help out too. Thank you guys so much for the generosity. I appreciate the kindness. Frog. We had Big Gifter. Now we have Big Frogs. Look at all these frogs. We had all your generosity. Now look at all these frogs celebrating all the goodness. Dancing frogs, hopping frogs. They're spinning. So many frogs. King frogs, bicycle frogs, surfing frogs. There's a pizza frog. So many. Thank you guys so much for the hype train getting us so close to our next record. But at least I didn't get wow. I was gonna say at least I didn't even get hit by a laser, but I struggled with that statement. Ribbit, a big frog, goated. Chad frogs galore. Chad has been saved. You guys saved me.
Friends.
I got a new emote. If you guys got an emote, let me know. I got no, they did not. But also, I feel like, let me make my camera bigger. Boop and boop. Put you guys on the screen. We should say, where are you? Just a little. The VO on that is so good. Yeah, that is Lenville Brown. He is the Disco Elysium narrator. I hired him. It's great. He's very nice. But I should also say, for all of this, let's say thank you for the generosity. Friends, thank you so much. Anonymous, Calco, Punch Lasers. Thank you so much for starting a hype train and getting us there. And it's so kind of you. You guys didn't need to do that, but I very much appreciate it. So thank you. Oh, right. That's weird that there's such a delay on that now. But thank you so much. Appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. 17 subs today. That is wild. That is very, very wild. But thank you. Whether you guys lounge or chat or whatever, you guys are always welcome here. You don't have to give stuff, but thank you. Whoever Anonymous was, I appreciate you, but thank you. So there was some confusion maybe about the story of Altars. Let me try again. Let me try to explain it again. Jan. We have Jan right there on the right side of the screen. He was on a crew flying through space. They're trying to find a special resource called Rapidium, which is very valuable to Earth right now. But Earth has never been able to fully get a good sample of it. So Jan and the crew somehow ended up crash landing or something. Something happened on they don't explain it. You just wake up on the planet's surface. But all the crew members are dead. Not great. Jan is he's like a builder or something. He can construct things. That's his background. But he's able to contact Earth, and they're able to help him using the Rapidium that he has found. He found a deposit of Rapidium. Using that, he's able to use some of the tech on board to create clones of himself. Now, they're not just straight up clones. they're like, they've been altered so that their personal life story is different from his, which means that they've all decided to go into different fields. It actually shows when you're like creating a clone, it shows a timeline of your life and where it's branching off to make these different people. So we currently have a scientist, a botanist, a miner, and a technician, and then us. So there's 5 of us total. But they all have sort of like different personalities because they're all different. But anyway, we learn things from them. We're trying to survive. The sun is coming, and if we don't move fast enough, it's gonna just kill all of us. We've definitely had that happen once. I'm trying to keep all of them alive though, and that's been a struggle a bit. But we're having fun with this game. It's honestly been enjoyable. It's also, all of the Yawns are voiced by the same person, which is kind of incredible. But anyway. Again, friends, thank you so much. Also, Sassy, thank you for, excuse me, the carry. Also, part of the reason why Sassy's able to post so much is because she's a VIP. And so VIPs can sort of like spam chat. But anyway.
Remember when I told you I was building a bridge?
Right. That sounded very unsettling.
If you have any questions, please ask.
I need to get my hands on a lot of superconductive polymers in a very short time. Truth is, I don't know shit about what I'm doing, and I thought, well, since this is kind of your thing, maybe you'd have some idea how to speed it up.
Jan doesn't know this is a family-friendly stream.
Superconductive polymers. Right. Have you thought of... I mean, since you brought this to me, I suppose you have access to organic matter of some kind.
We do. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How about a place you can grow plants in? Do you have anything like that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I have a greenhouse.
Great. Well, good news is there is a way to get your polymers by processing organics. I can send you detailed instructions, but honestly, I'm worried that gathering resources and operating a greenhouse might be a little too much for one person.
Yeah.
She doesn't know we have clones.
I know, but why don't I give it a try?
Sure.
Have a great stream.
It's
Oh, wait.
just-
On that note, I have to go to bed because it's 4 a.m. Mutar, please get some rest. Please get some sleep. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good night sleep, or good morning sleep. But have a good one. Spamming OS Frog is VIP, very important power. It is true. It is very, very true. We only bestow that upon, you know, people who can handle such power. But Mutar, I hope you have a good one. If Brandon streams tonight, I hope to see you in their stream.
I could have helped you so much earlier, and you'd have more time. It's really starting to bug me how mining ops are not going by the book about this. It's outrageous. I think I have to say something.
No, you don't, though, Devin. You're totally good. I'm gonna cheer her on.
Sure. Give him hell.
Well, I'm gonna have to deploy some level of diplomacy. But still, I'm glad you reached out, Jan. Talk later, okay? Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, from now on you can grow polymers in the greenhouse! Oh my goodness. What? That is huge. Okay, so that's organics, or that's... Wait a minute. Oh, right, okay. Because we need those polymers. We don't have enough organics for that. Right. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that. Do that later. Okay, so I am going to go to... I've had to build all these little stations but we can fast travel. But Devin, you don't talk too much. You're wonderful. We have 6 days until the sun comes to burn us.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Production. Can you...
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there? I'm done. Should I do this now?
What does he want to do? Base maintenance? Sure. I assume that means we need that. Incoming radiation?
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
But, should I keep... You're tired. Okay, we have to stop. And the radiation would get me. Thank you, being in chat is fun. Here, let's do this. Done, Devin. You can now speak to your heart's content.
I feel good about it.
You wanted to talk?
Hey, something you wanted to discuss with me? Remember our little chat about success?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about it? I wanted to suggest we push harder.
Oh wait, is this about crunch hours? Is it no? I am mighty Thor.
Tell me, crunch hours, clean and
Yeah,
simple.
we've been.
A lot of productivity is wasted on people.
We had this conversation before.
They won't.
Before we reset, but
Okay.
we literally have
Excellent.
crunch hours today. So yes. I wonder if we're not supposed to have crunch hours right now.
Lucas, what's up?
I thought I'd check up on you. How's that bridge going?
Oh, I'm trying, Lucas. I mean, we'll say all under control.
All good, Lucas. Everything under control. Why do you ask?
That means, though,
Well,
Devin, you're gonna
I
have to
just
carry us
wanted
sometimes.
to tell you again how important what you're doing is. You know, collecting rubidium. In case you forgot, which would be totally understandable.
You're gonna have to get those
Yeah,
OS
I
frogs
wouldn't want
ready.
you to feel pressured. You don't have to worry about it now if you've got more important things on your list. Just, don't forget about it completely, okay? Keep it in the back of your head, please, for when you're less busy.
Okay, Lucas. Noted.
Perfect. Speak soon.
Okay. All right. He's on shift. Where are we on? Oh, he's making food right now. Let's put that. Those are more important. We could maybe do that. So that way, let's remove one of those. Maybe... Where's the refinery? The technician suffers from radiation burns. That's not great. Okay, I've got that started.
Can't get rid of you.
Oh, he's... Oh, we can't talk to him. They're chilling out. That's fine. Let me look at their assignments for tomorrow. He's going to be in the greenhouse. I'll do the I'll do the refinery. He's still in the contemplation pod. That's totally fine. I think we keep him in organics. All right. So we hope.
Come and find me when you have a moment.
Wait, task failed? Is it because I turned off crunch hours? Is that why? Oops. Okay, Miner, please be alive. Okay. Technician recovered from the radiation burns. We love that. The Alders had problems sleeping due to malfunctioning dormitory. Oh, well, I tried.
I didn't manage to pull it off. The 48-hour crunch. I noticed. Well, what can I say? I hope that failure doesn't bring you down.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
it only drives me to push harder.
So rude. I was gonna try. So rude. I didn't know I needed to do it like right then. Repair kit needed. Production. Let's make a repair kit. Can I have you do this? Is this? Oh, machinery. Where's the refinery? I got one of those. I'll do another one then. Okay. I think now can I tell him to do base maintenance? That should hopefully help. But now I need to make these. We're missing metals. Do we not have enough polymers also? It's 20. Okay, we'll keep him on that then. The Alters discovered something in the greenhouse. What does that mean? Huh?
Damn. You're shitting me.
Oh, it's a giant... was like a giant turnip.
Hell yeah.
Is he gonna talk to me? Uh-oh. Why is everything borked? Also, we're not gonna be able to fix that tonight. Okay. This is fixed though, right? It isn't?
Sleep is all that shit. Hi there.
Alright, well. I guess I'm gonna stay up and fix this. The first time that we're gonna be exhausted. They need to sleep. No one's dead. Okay. It's not broken. Where's workshop? Oops. Hold on. So I now have... No one's on metals. Right? Yeah, he's on organics, which we're gonna need. He's still in the contemplation pod, which, you know what? I think it's a good call. Jiria, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? Okay, I'll go do this. We're gonna need like a lot. We need 40, I think. Getting by you. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
There's nothing more to do. Should I move there?
Yes.
I'm done. Should I do this now?
Metals outpost? Sure, if you'd like. I'm doing pretty good. We had a good stream so far. The botanist got sick eating spoiled food. Okay, then botanist, you need to go to the infirmary bed. Right? Or no? Can I not do that? Maybe not yet. Maybe he's still fine. Can I make... Perfect. These are the last ones we need.
Hey man, I think we're running out of food. Would you like me to go there?
No. Can you... make more food? Do I need to reassign you? I do. We only need one more bridge anchor. Hope he's making food. I don't see that food number go up. The food number is definitely not going up. Hold on. You okay? What happened in the kitchen?
What happened in the kitchen? You look pale. I got food poisoning because of the busted fridge. Gosh, this place is the worst.
Is the kitchen broken? I'll file a complaint. You have every right to be upset.
Yeah, you have every right to be upset. Right? A functioning kitchen really is the bare minimum. Thanks for understanding.
Is the kitchen borked? I'll finish that, so there's at least enough food for us for the day. Alright, we hope no one dies. Okay, no one's died yet. Okay. We have 4 anchors. No, we have 3. Right, I need to finish the last one. Whew, almost forgot. Done. Something's happening in the kitchen. Oh, boy. Also, hold on. No, it says we don't. We have... What? What happened? I don't know what's happening in the kitchen.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Sure. Okay. I needed to do that. That was important. What's happening in the kitchen? Why are you sick?
Hey, what happened? Why are you sick? I'm sorry. I tried. I fucking tried. I'm useless on those meds. Just no use for proper work. So, I tried to quit, but look at me. I'm sick, and I'm in pain again. Damn it, this is hopeless. Can't you see? We have to do something about it. You have to do something about it. Really? And what exactly would you have me do? Just get rid of this damn hand.
Well, unless it's
Hear
what we're
me?
supposed to do.
Just chop it off. You're kidding, right? No, I'm not. I'm fucking serious. If it's the only way to get rid of this pain, then I'm ready to take it on the chin. Are you?
Oh no! What do we do? Is he supposed to have his arm off? Last time, didn't he die also because of that too? I feel like if I say no way, he's gonna do it himself. I'm gonna say no way. He needs to get back on his meds. I'm gonna say that.
No way. Even if I knew how to do it properly, I'd never cut off a healthy limb. Lost your nerve, huh? And here I was thinking you really wanted to help me.
Can you wait till we have a doctor? The miner's in the kitchen. He doesn't look well. Oh, no. Please, like... Please go back to the contemplation pod. Let me see something. Altars, miner. Okay. Your Discord tag is dope. I'm Jelly. Thank you. Thank you. I mean... mine it's apparently rolling out to all Discords like soon. Do you is yours boosted at all? I wonder if you should go to an infirmary bed. He's at organics, which is good. We need organics. He's at metals. He is injured. Let's, okay. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel like where we need to be right now. We have 2 repair kits. Okay, we're fine-ish. Let me go deal with this stuff. How many boosts do you need? I do have nitro, but that shouldn't change anything. Well, you get boosts via nitro. So I guess technically that does change things. Oh. First things first.
Hey, is that one following me?
Is it? Oh
What the
gosh.
hell?
That's wild. But I need to put this down. We have not seen one of those run after me. I do have nitro. Which gave us 2... Oh, this is not where I need to go. I have not seen this before. Shallow metals. We don't have time. I was gonna pick this up. Here's my question. How do we get to the other side? Like, oh, do I have to go all the way over here? Oh, yeah, kind of looks like it. It'd be cool if they let you select multiple tags to have, or if you could set a tag. I agree, Magical. I wish you could do that. I was looking at that. When I got mine, I was like, oh, I wonder if you can, like, still select multiple different tags. I was just thinking, yeah. But no, right now it is a... Maybe it'd be faster, technically, if I used this to warp to this and then go down. I think that's technically going to be faster. Instead of having to go around and like... Also, I'm not really 100% sure why the exclamation mark is on my backpack. Maybe it's just because bad things are going to happen. Medium climb. We have one of these. The History of the Universe, a book. Darcy.
Is that a movie?
Ooh.
Huh.
You found a
Alec
movie.
even thought of entertainment at the base.
Another movie to watch? Love it. Okay. We keep going this way. I bet it's... Oh gosh. Is this something I can pick up? Oh, that's just like metals. Oh my gosh. These are... This is escalated. Looks like Rapidium. Oh, that's another one of those things. But let us focus on
This
this.
looks like a good spot to place the bridge anchors. Wasn't there...
there's nothing. We're supposed to build like a scanner to scan these things. Oh, we can now run across? Oh, yes. Okay, that's excellent. Okay. All right. So, we now need to, I need organics. Hold on. Let's... Technician, go to bed, please. I'm gonna also put him in the bed because he's also injured. While that's happening, I'm gonna go to organics, and I will get the rest. It's gonna be like MySpace top 5. Whose Discords do you like the most? I mean, it is sort of like that, isn't it? But in a way, it's, you know, you guys get to rep, you know, which communities.
Check if we have enough food.
Can we... assign... to there. Wait, how is he unassigned? I only injured... Oh, I guess he's better now. Oh, then if that's the case... You do that. You're back to base maintenance. I will take some radiation damage. It's fine. Okay. We need a bunch more organics. So many more organics. Welcome back, Potato. I found another anomaly.
I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
Okay. We have enough food for today. Illuminator is 2 metals and rubidium. I do want to try that out, but I don't think right now is the best time for that. Okay, we need to set the technician. I'm gonna send him out to organics tomorrow. I am going to Australia. Yeah, so I don't have a date yet. But we have reached enough funding for like tickets, and so we're doing a bunch of stretch goals until my actual trip. But we're looking at either later this year, like late this year, or early next year. Got to work on some deets, but yeah, so I'm very excited. This Friday, though, I'm actually having a bunch of Aussies on stream. They're going to join. We're going to talk about the trip in Australia and some fun stuff. But yeah, so like through Twitch, I've made a whole bunch of Aussie friends. And I would love to, you know, meet them and hang out with them. And I mod for an Aussie, and I hope to hang out with him and you know, meet others, and it'll be a good time. But yeah, so that's the plan. But anyway, yeah. So we're hopefully sooner rather than later. But I would love to meet and hang out with my Aussie friends. Okay. We have 2 repair kits. We don't have many days left in this area. The main thing we need is organics, so we can leave. Alter Rebellion? I know what's going on. It seems that the alters are unhappy with the way I'm running things. Oh my goodness. No! Wait, hold on. Not again. Not again. Okay, wait. Day 33. Oh, he did it again.
What the fuck?
What's it look like? It was right.
So even if I put him in... Hold on. It's day 33. So even if I put him in the contemplation pod, that's not going to help. What if I put him in... If you see a great white shark in Australia, can you take a picture of me? Cage diving with them is also my bucket list. I mean, I will 100% not be cage diving. I will tell you that now. But if I see one, I do. I mean, I don't know if there's like an aquarium where I'm going, but if I do get a chance to take a picture of one, then yes, absolutely. So I don't know how to swim. And so being underwater, it would absolutely, it would be too much. So, okay, he's not going to the so he can't be put in the infirmary bed because technically he's not injured. Does he always cut off his arm? So I think, if I recall, what happened was last time he cut off his arm and then he died from those injuries. Also, we're a bit behind, so I guess we got a lot done yesterday. Looks like we need more. Oh, we only need one more. Is that what I'm making? I am making that, so never mind, actually. Cancel, remove. I need to go to the workshop. The miner is unassigned. So we can't put him in there. Look, I'm gonna only the oh right. I'm gonna put him back in the pod. He's at organics. We're gonna turn on crunch hours. While I'm here, something's happening in the kitchen. It's the miner again. If helping it,
Hey.
maybe that's.
Really? No.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. If it's really what you want, I'll do it.
Really? You will? That's my man.
But I'm not a trained doctor.
Let's get it over with quickly.
Are you sure about this?
Oh my goodness.
Do it, man!
Okay. Here we go.
And he's just lucid?
1,
too.
But neither is he, right?
Fucker! You chopped it too!
The miner is in the kitchen. He does not look well. I mean, but his condition will worsen. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, he's in an infirmary bed. That's good. I wonder if there's like, do I need to go help him? Oh, well, he's not in the bed yet. He's in the dorm. Let me, while maybe he's making his way, because it's still 9. Let's keep an eye on this.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Why is he still in the dormitory? You're supposed to...
Hi there.
Wait, I don't see him.
Almost feels like home.
Minor. Oh, that's him. I thought it was a bag. Wait, why isn't he in the dorm? Like he's supposed to be. I mean, why is he in the... Hello? Can't unassign author in critical... Well... How am I supposed to help him? Okay, well... You have the 4 anchors. Food. Okay, hold on. Assignments. This is just going from bad to worse, you know? Oh, I don't have enough to make Illuminator. That's fine. Okay, if I go here, and now we know where to go, and where to, like, teleport. Oops. And that these things are going to be very annoying.
Hey, is that one following me? What the hell?
Yes, it is. So now we go from here, or teleport to this one, and we go down. Why does this look like Helldivers? You know what? I can kind of see it a little bit. The out, like the environment for sure. Yeah, it's definitely this like dark space sci-fi thing that I really like. It reminds me of The Expanse, if you've ever watched The Expanse. What is this? Is this just a no, it's not a pickup thing. I'm mad that the miner's not in the infirmary.
Is that a movie? Huh.
What is this one?
Alicorp even thought of entertainment at the base.
Okay, if he doesn't, I don't know what we do. Like,
This looks like a good spot to place the bridge anchors.
it does, I will say, because it played that, leave me alone. Build the bridge, build the bridge. Because it had that, like, video, I assume we are supposed to chop off his arm. But, it just... But, like, how am I supposed to, like... I don't know. Maybe he'll go to the infirmary tomorrow. If I've learned... Helldivers with less explosions, yeah. If I've learned anything from these stranded on a blank with no one around tropes, something like this is bound to happen, you know? That's fair. Okay, question. So we need more... organics. We have... Here's what I'm gonna do. What's my radiation at? Okay, it's pretty low. And what time is it? 4. Let's remove you. We're gonna let him relax for a secco. I will go to organics, and I will finish off the day.
There's nothing more to do. Should I move there?
We have enough food for all of us. Let's... I wish it could be like, can you just like go check up on... okay. I guess we'll have you... Here stuff. Alright, now we get to go. All right, let's see what happens. So, also, I cannot quantum computer. I can't get another person here, right? We're like completely full. Oh yeah, we can't even get a guard. I was gonna say, so. So apparently in the infirmary we can either have a doctor or a guard. We can't have either of those right now. They're both qubit level 3, which we don't have. Alter is not in the... Try to calm him down.
I can see that you're angry. Observant as usual. What normally helps you calm down? Normally, huh? There's a grove near my lab, and I need to blow off some steam. I go for a walk.
Stretching your legs is a good way to boost your efficiency.
Stretching your legs is a good way to boost efficiency. I wonder if walking around the base would do the trick for you. It just might. Good to see you look at it this way.
He's incredibly condescending. He really is. The scientist is probably one of my least favorite.
This one was different. It was like this distortion
He's helpful,
was
but like
closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me.
Yeah, okay, we had this conversation. Okay. None of them want to talk. He is missing an arm. Can we, like... I don't know. Guys want to watch a movie? I was gonna say, can I play this with the minor? What if I did this? Can we watch? Will the minor join us? Maybe all he needs is a movie. Maybe he just needs to watch a movie. These were pretty great. Let's watch one. Everyone's having a hard time. Using the finish watching button provides the full emotional boost. Yeah, but... Go away.
Hey, Dad. What was it like here? Before?
Before the 8th fall?
Before all of it. In the beginning.
Well, suppose it's time. Sit, son. Today, I tell you the history of the universe. The beginning is much like the end. Even though we haven't seen it, we know it's there. Its story was written in the stars all
Cretan,
along,
welcome in.
but also never before.
What?
It's some heady stuff, son. Go with me here. First, there was nothing. Then, a great interdimensional being, the one in which we all reside, had a thought. This thought created the spark that started it all. Our existence, a neural pathway forged in a being's mind.
Whoa. We're in the brain of a big monster?
Yup. I mean, monster's a little rude, but from here, everything we know was created. Time, space, stars, galaxies, planets, and eventually our home, Earth.
Seriously?
Land, sea, sky, all in perfect balance to cook up life. From deep beneath the ocean, microbes emerged. They split and reproduced and swam and walked and flew. Plants and animals, dinosaurs, humans, robots, dinosaurs again, xenomans, Gugorgians, and...
what was the one before robots and after dinosaurs?
Plants?
No,
Before robots.
And after dinosaurs.
Humans.
Humans, yeah. What were humans?
Oh, they were a kind of animal around for a bit. So, after the Gugorgians budded from the crust, they were faced
What did the
with...
humans like to do?
I don't know, probably the same stuff as the dinosaurs.
What did they look like?
Like apes with haircuts. Look, son, I can't stress this enough. The humans were just a blip in time. They were completely ineffectual.
But didn't they make the robots?
Well, didn't the primordial ooze make the humans?
I guess, yeah.
See? It's all genetic processes of evolution. No one gets full credit for any of it. Same as how the time bees built their hive in the core, which led to the evolutionary split in time-space. That was a huge leap forward, but no one gave them an award for it. And the bees checked all the timelines, no awards.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad. Go on.
Okay. After the Gugorgians emerged from the crust as deep Earth cicadas, they eventually mated with the lava beings to create the Era of Light. The true awakening where all life in the universe saw each other and one full collective consciousness was achieved. No more wars, no more attrition, just pure, unfiltered...
And did humans have video games?
All right, what the hell's going on here, son? Humans didn't mean shit. If anything, they were a speed bump along the way. Wasted millennia trying to make boats a thing. But yes, they had video games. They also had saturated fats and mouth kisses. They were all over the place.
Got to be kidding
Not
me.
worth any more thought.
I feel like we should pay more attention to them. I don't know. They seem important.
If you want important, we can talk about how the Botnoids swallowed the moon and tried to hold it ransom when the moon collectors showed up. That was something. Humans are so nothing, it's hard to put into words. Just forget about them.
I'm trying, but I can't stop thinking about them. They seem so rad. And all of a sudden, I want to start a live stream where people watch me talk about all the cool stuff humans did. And sometimes I do gear reviews. What's wrong with me, Dad?
Oh, no. Okay. Son, you're gonna be fine. Let me just make a call. Hang on.
Yeah, I'll have an extra dry Zortini. Yeah, just fill it with sand. And then, hang on. Hello?
Hey, Doc. Sorry to bother you. My boy here, he can't get thoughts of humans out of his head.
Uh-huh. And has he been operating as though other people would find these thoughts interesting?
Uh-huh.
Just some people, a couple thousand. I'd start small.
Okay, yeah, we've been seeing a lot of this lately. It's an inflammation in his ego.
His what?
The ego. It's a vestigial organ in the upper chamber of the subconscious. It's part of our long-dormant human genetic code. You know, in humans, it was used to regulate self-image, activate attention-seeking, and check if your hair looked cool. For us, it usually doesn't serve any function at all. Sometimes a little bit of food gets caught in there and it acts up. What it does, it's like deep within you, your humanity itself is trying to be noticed, crying out for credit and respect, desperately hoping to pass on a legacy.
Oh, no. Is there any way to deactivate it?
Oh yeah, it's incredibly fragile. Quick remote surgery, I could pop it out and set it straight.
Oh, great, yes. But please, go ahead.
All right, stand still there, buddy.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Okay, listen, Ego. You're a small part of a collective existence wherein you yourself are completely insignificant.
Yeah, well, I know you are, but what am I?
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Doc.
No problem.
That's ridiculously
sorry, yeah.
amusing.
Lumpfish, over easy. Thank you.
Thanks, Dad. That's better already. I can feel the humans fading away forever now. Wow, I feel so connected to everything. I think I'm starting to get it. It's not about getting attention or leaving some kind of all-about-me legacy. We're all part of the same thought.
Exactly, son. It's pretty special just to be part of something. It doesn't have to be about getting credit.
Credits. Incredible. Made by humans. That was so good. I love these. They're so good. Cretan, I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
Diane, you good?
Oh yeah, just had a silly little thought.
So are they all happy now? It makes sense that,
I did.
the miner didn't join us. But, okay, let's see if he dies. If he dies, I'm gonna be so mad. He's still in the dorm. Also, why? Oh. Miner, you need to get to the... Working from home, so smashing work and watching this cool book from Alaska? Wait, who? Share. This is bad. This is really bad. He's gonna die. And there's it's seemingly nothing we can do. I love the movies in the game though. Okay. I am kind of like, what happens if... Wait, the miner's injuries have lessened. Oh, wait. Good news? Maybe even...
Would you mind checking our food supply?
Maybe even though he is... Hold on. No organics... What? Nor organic space. Oh, wait, what? What does that mean? Like, it's filled, but, oh, we have enough to go on our journey. Does that mean... Hold on. Can we get rid of something then? Hold on. Command center. Nobody's in the contemplation room right now. Is that going to be... Or, hold on. How many? We have 410 organics. If we can... It's not really like another... The game thinks he's... Yeah, I feel like maybe it's like... I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't want to get rid of... Well, no, we can get rid of a storage. Okay. Now, let's just go. Do you want to automatically collect structures before starting your journey? Go to storage. Hold on. What if we... Did you have the infirmary the first... the very first time? No. I don't think. No, I don't think we did. We can't destroy that. That's weird. The very first time, no, but he's had troubles 3 more times and we did have the infirmary. Part of it was I made him work, and basically this whole time I've just kept him in the contemplation pod or the infirmary if he ever was like kind of injured. So that definitely seemed to help. Is there anything else? I mean, I wish I could say I want the mining outpost more than the pylons, but it's fine. Let's just get out of here. Let's just move on. I need to find another qubit so I can get more altars. There we go. We're moving. Journey 2. Rebellion ended. To everyone's relief, you were able to continue the journey. The moods in the base improved and the rebellion ended, even though you haven't met the rebels' demands.
Come and find me when you have a moment.
We love it. The altars are arguing in the kitchen. Oh, boy.
Man, I'm telling you.
Oh, boy.
Hey, what's going on? What are you arguing about? We got together to celebrate our progress, but it looks like we've reached the limits of a constructive discussion regarding our different views.
We can't agree on the playlist.
Ah.
I say nothing beats good old rock and roll, but it seems our tastes got pretty rotten in some branches. Rotten is good. Grunge is good.
Please, why can't we at least take it easy with the music? Chill out. Calm our nerves. You might not have noticed, but I was trying to make a point. If you really have to listen to music now, pick something we can focus to and think about the challenges ahead. Ever heard of a surgeon celebrating while the patient is still on the operating table?
Yada, yada, yada. I bet your taste in music is just about as fresh as that patient.
That's because your narrow mind will never grasp the beauty of AI-fueled synth jazz.
Oh, boy.
Okay, guys, let's not kill ourselves over a stupid party playlist, please.
You never said what you'd want to hear.
Let's get a rave started. Let's chill to something upbeat and calm. Let's turn up the volume on those guitars.
Let's turn up those guitars.
Now you're talking.
Unbelievable.
Is that gonna make everybody else
Look.
mad?
There's definitely one thing we have in common. We are very emotional about a party playlist. Of course we are.
I just realized something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we all start out playing with Frickle Pickle?
Oh, my word.
Frickle Pickle?
Just as I was fighting so hard to get that memory out of my mind. The very mention of that ludicrous name makes me want to die of humiliation.
Come on, it was a high school rock band. It had to be cringy to be authentic.
I actually have fond memories. Blisters on my fingers from strumming those strings all night. And thank goodness that joke of a band broke up when everyone went away to college.
Speak for yourself. I got together with the guys several years later and we jammed on the weekends. Some good tunes we played too. And to think it all started with Uncle Martin's guitar.
He wasn't exactly a perfect teacher, unless you wanted to learn how to chug a bottle of beer in under 5 seconds.
That's because he was a musician, not a babysitter. Remember the first thing he made us play? Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
I feel like
Down came the rain, washed the fucker out.
it keeps the same syllables.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
I wonder if we'd even remember how to play that simple tune. I haven't touched a guitar in ages. Really? Oh, I never gave up jamming with the Freckles. Well, not until the accident.
Oh no,
I went back to
minor.
fiddling with the instrument a little bit when we moved with Lena. Nothing serious, though. Luckily, we're not here to perform music.
You know what? You're right. We should definitely do it. You really are a genius. I bet we could write a song Uncle Martin would dig. All we need is a guitar. You up to it?
Do we have to like craft a guitar?
Man,
Build the
I'm telling you,
guitar.
we need-
Acoustic guitar. Wow, it takes a long time. Guitar made. Where's Oh, the social room, which is I moved it. Contemplation. Yeah, I feel like there was a different way for them to like production research. Oh, we have to answer a call first. This is part of it. Let me, while we're here, by the way. Oh, right. We're moving, so we can't like craft anything. Or like we can't do extra stuff. Hello?
Hello?
Jan, this is Maxwell. I have to say, I am disappointed.
In what?
What about?
Your wife, Lena Berg? I thought you were supposed to keep her out of this.
I have no control over her.
I'm sorry, man, but I have no control over her. She puts her oar into everything, you know?
Jan, this is no laughing matter. Your wife just accused me of negligence before the board. You do realize I am going to face a lot of scrutiny now. We are going to face it.
I mean, I might not make it out alive.
Luckily for you, her ignorant meddling didn't delay the dispatching of your rescue mission.
About time.
About time.
Oh, so you're not happy with my methods either? Please don't make me regret stepping in to save you. At least tell me your cargo is all right.
Rapidium? It's safe, don't worry.
Good. And your altars? Are there many of them?
Trying to keep the numbers.
I'm trying to keep
limited.
their number limited.
Emotional about that as well? Well, you shouldn't be. Creating them can only increase your chances. You know, I did try to test the waters a little back home about the possible fate of your potential crew. And before your wife barged in with her self-righteous attitude and sabotaged all my subtle advances.
You mean you still haven't told anyone?
It's too early, Jan.
Why?
There's one thing you need to understand about those people. No one makes it to the board of a corporation for being nice. It's an award you get for putting the interests of stakeholders before anything else. Which boils down to being a passive opportunist with no moral center.
Who will think about the shareholders?
But I don't get it. My altars are in the interest of the corporation. I had to make them to bring back Rapidium, right?
Yes, but they're also a liability. Imagine an uncontrolled leak to the public. Moral outrage on socials, competition taking over the narrative. Heads would have to fall, Rapidium or not. No, we don't want them to panic.
And whose interest are you protecting? What are you hiding, Maxwell?
You got me there, Jan. I am hiding something quite embarrassing. An idealistic dream.
What about?
Remember when I told you about our lives being governed by chaos?
And how we struggle to find a meaningful pattern in it.
You are experiencing it clearly now, aren't you? Well, ever since I learned about your discovery, I keep thinking about Rapidium as the opportunity for us to stop being slaves to chaos. That is why, contrary to the members of the board, I will sacrifice everything to protect your mission.
It feels good to have somebody on my side.
I'm glad you appreciate that, Jan. Let's try to avoid any more misunderstandings
I still don't trust
in the
him.
future. Maybe it's my fault. I should have been more open with you from the start.
About what?
You see, the career in management wasn't always what I had in mind for myself. I used to be a geneticist, preoccupied by scientific work, exciting, promising experiments.
So, the old research Lucas dug up.
Yes, it was mine.
You were responsible for all this. The mine records, the branching.
It's never just one person, Jan. But yes, I was in charge of that project.
Who commissioned these experiments?
I can't say any more, Jan. Especially when the board is all over me with their questions. For the very same reasons I had to discontinue my work. And this is where it gets tricky. Because if anyone from the board finds out what we've done together, they could get the wrong idea. If you know what I mean.
Side note, I will say, I have a theory on the story of this game, and I mentioned it before. I'm gonna say it again, because I honestly think it still could be viable. My theory is, what if, just because I feel like it'd be an interesting twist, that's really my only reasoning for this. I don't think I have anything fully, like, fully there. But part of me is like, what if we are a clone? Like Jan himself is a clone of maybe Maxwell. And what if like Maxwell is actually like old us, you know? because he's older, but they said they had a little bit of rapidium once. And granted, it was too fragile and it didn't reach Earth. But, like, what if... I've been thinking something similar. Yeah, I'm kind of like, there's something about it. He sounds different enough that I'm like, okay, could not be. But really, the alters do kind of also sound different. Like, it's the same guy, but it's their vocal tone and how they talk, their demeanor and all that is different. We learned that Maxwell is a geneticist just now, which I feel like then plays into the fact that he could have maybe that's why it didn't like fully work, like, or the rapidium, you know, got destroyed or whatever. Maybe like he was on Earth while that happened, but like, I don't know, maybe he knew that people, I don't really know. I don't know how it would have worked, but part of me is like, what if Jan himself is a clone? And I don't necessarily, because part of me is also like, the crash is suspicious because we don't really know what happened and we don't know why. And honestly, part of me was like, what if that was even set up? Like, what if this is kind of all sort of an experiment or all kind of a part of what was going on? I'll be honest, I think part of me thinks that there is no... Well, there might not be an actual rescue mission. The fact that it's called the Rapidium Ark means that it's like sort of like Noah's Ark, but like, you know, it's not just called the Ark, it's called the Rapidium Ark. It's made to try to get Rapidium back up there. Part of me expects the Rapidium Ark to itself be able to fly, and maybe it doesn't need anything else. Or like maybe it needs rockets or something, but like, and we'll have to build that later. But I don't think anything else is going to go along with it. And part of me is already afraid that either it's just going to be us that can fit in it and we're going to leave all the clones behind, or two, like, because they're telling us we can build multiple, maybe depending on how many we build means how many we can take with us or something. But I am sort of like anticipating some kind of either hard decision at the end, or we learn that like it's all sort of for naught. Like, our purpose was to bring about Rapidium. Our life isn't really ours. It's just Maxwell's memories, but different. Maybe instead of going into, you know, genetics, we then have like what happened to him. We wouldn't know what the branching point was, but you couldn't really see faces in the pods also. Yeah, and I mean, even if they just put like bodies in there or something, like just to sort of set up, like, and I mean, I guess like what they could do is like send him to the planet already set up where like the bodies are in the pods and whatever, but like maybe everything else is automated, or it's something set up where like he won't wake up until things crash. But like, there, you know, anytime we've brought up, like when we brought up earlier, do you know what happened? They're kind of like, we don't know, but you might as well just keep going, you know, you got to survive. So I don't know. Part of me is thinking there's going to be something with that. Maxwell is suspicious enough that I'm not sure. He's also kind of like, again, kind of helpful, but kind of not. We're learning a little bit about him, but also kind of not. And it would be an interesting sort of twist if it's like, we are Maxwell, but like a different version of him or something. And we're you know, learning about us. My other theory is that Max is our dad, maybe, and we're branch. Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be a kind of interesting twist too. I've had a couple of restarts because we've had a couple of deaths, and I'm wanting all of them to survive if possible. So we just crossed the bridge just now. I don't know if you're watching, but all right.
That you're experimenting again?
That I'm using the situation to turn things around for myself.
Aren't you?
That's quite a harsh accusation, considering the mess I've got you out of, Jan Dolsky.
Okay. I get it.
I'm not sure you do. You see, Things may get harder for you soon.
Oh boy.
Harder? How?
The sun
Well,
is faster.
There might come a moment when the interest of your alters, at least some of them, will differ significantly from yours.
Uh-oh.
Are you trying to scare me?
I just want you to prepare.
For what?
Tough decisions.
That's very cryptic.
Well, it's the best I can do. Remember, we're both in uncharted territory. Lucas is working on establishing the most convenient rendezvous point. He'll dispatch the coordinates to you as soon as he's found a good location.
Good. I'll be waiting.
In the meantime, wish me luck with the mess down here. I'll get back to you when the storm dies down.
Alrighty. Also, after this little, like... after this little thing, we'll stop for today. It feels like we're in, like, a...
God is a guitar. Now.
Oh, wait, hold on. We have ads going right now. I feel like we should wait, because this seems like a special thing. We'll stop right after this. It just felt like we were kind of in that, like, in-between time where, we're, like, in between missions. It felt like a good time to, a good time to break. Tomorrow, I think we're playing more of the Altars. I can't remember. Hold on. When does Ruffy come out? Is it tomorrow or Thursday? Ruffy comes out Thursday. So, okay, we'll probably play more of this tomorrow. We can technically stream Ruffy early, but I won't. I think I'm going to wait till launch day. But yeah, it looks like Ruffy in the Riverside will start Thursday. Friday, as a reminder, we have the Aussies the Aussies are gonna be on stream with us. I'm very excited. Be a good time. So join us. But okay, I think you guys should be back from ads. So
What do we want to play? How about something from our old repertoire? We had a few hits up our sleeves.
For crying out loud, can't you just let it go? Do you really want to sing something a 16-year-old version of yourself wrote? True. That could be a bit awkward.
Huh. People liked our lyrics, but yeah, I guess they didn't age well.
I'm glad the miner's alive.
We had some sick tunes. How about this? We could use one of our old tunes, but come up with new lyrics. Something fresh and relatable to, well, our audience.
Jeez.
And by audience, you mean?
Us?
Us, obviously. Let's write about us. What do you think, Jan?
Sounds good.
I like it. Let's get down to it.
That's the spirit.
And what exactly would you write about?
Like I said, something relatable. We should write about us, our crew. What unites us, what divides us.
I would add something about the love that we share. All good songs are about love.
And I could sing something about things we really want to get back. From the bottom of my heart, you know? Sounds like a plan. I'll take the first verse. You, Brainiac?
What about me?
What would you like to sing? You didn't think you'd get away with it, did you?
You didn't think you'd get away with it, did you? You're not gonna leave me alone, are you? Nope. We're in this together.
Aw.
Fine. Give me the shortest part.
Friends!
And what'll you sing about?
Quantum mechanics? What else? Let's add some meaning to this pointless activity.
Oh boy.
Okay, then. Jan, your turn. You take the second verse. What are you gonna sing about?
The road ahead of us. The path we traveled together. Let's do the road ahead of us.
I could sing about the challenges that lie ahead of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, expect the unexpected. You
I
could
thought I
start
was-
with something like, looking at the path ahead.
I was thinking of something like hopeful, you know? I'm ready for its twists and turns. I simply don't know where it ends.
I'm ready for its twists and turns.
Yeah, but I'm no longer left all by myself.
I know I'm in it with my friends. Oh, you know I'm gonna select that.
I know I'm in it with my friends.
All right, looks like we've got it. Oh, sweet.
Let's just get this over with. Okay, here goes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Growing up apart, we shared surprisingly common ground, feeling nothing more than regret. Till the coin got flipped around. Things never said in quantum state now won't remain unspoken. The clock is unwound, the choice is unsound, could now reopen. What if I gotta spend a day with you again? Of all the things that I regret, it's losing you that truly hurts. If I could take another turn, my life
shirt is in his
would
mouth.
never be the same. If I could get another chance today. Looking at the path ahead, I'm ready for its twists and turns, but I'm no longer left all by myself. I know I'm in it with my friends. Things that we lost, the personal cost, are they really gone forever?
They're having trouble with the minor one for some reason.
We're not gonna fail. We need to prevail and sail together.
He has no eyes.
And though it seems now anything could be undone, would you be really missing things if they were never truly gone? If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today, oh, if I could take us somewhere else, let us win this race against the sun and find a place where we could hide tonight.
We can see that whenever. I really want to be able to rewatch that. Also, I wonder, like, so what would change if you had different altars, or like not enough altars, or also the poor miner was like fading out of existence during that. I'm not really sure. That doesn't seem in canon. I think that was a graphical error.
Did we stop again? Are we there already? The base seems to be a bit wobbly.
Uh-oh.
Are you sure we're not moving? More like alcohol intoxication has wreaked havoc on your vestibular system. My what? We're not moving. Something has to be blocking our way again. The navigation readings are curious. Curious? In what way? I don't know exactly, but something's distorting them.
Okay. Nothing cures a hangover like taking a walk. Wanna go and check that thing out, Jan?
I kind of was wondering if it's going to be like anomaly related. Anomaly? I think so. That kind of makes sense. The sun is far away. Whew, we love to hear that. Absolutely love to hear that. Okay. By the way, I'm sad that it doesn't say that they're all happy, because they should be after we all sang together. Come on. That should have made them very happy. That was so good. I loved that. I loved their little jam. Also, how talented Alex Jordan is for being able to like sing as different people, but the same person, but different people. And you could kind of still tell that it was each, you know, like the botanist, the way he sang is different than the rest. So that's very, the talent for that is incredible. So, I don't know. I loved that. That was so good. And anything about friendship, you know, I'm gonna be all over. But they're also moody. A lot of them are, yeah. Well, friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Tomorrow we'll play more of the altars. Then Thursday we will do Ruffy and the Riverside. No matter where my thought is we'll at least get started on Ruffy, and then we might end up coming back to the altars within the next week, and then we maybe alternate between Ruffy and the Riverside and the altars. If you don't know Ruffy and the Riverside, it's like a old school platformer styled game that's just releasing. I think it's going to be on all platforms, I believe. But we've got it on Steam. Looks very fun. Has some neat mechanics. Kind of inspired by, say, like a Banjo-Kazooie-esque, you know, type of game. But it has like a cool 2D paper style to it. Looks very awesome. We'll be playing that starting Thursday. And then Friday, we have a very special stream. Very excited about it. We're going to have some Aussies on. It's going to be very fun. It'll be a good little hangout time. But friends, before we go, I need to give a couple of thank yous, and we have quite a few thank yous to give today. Friday we party, exactly. One, Emmers, thank you so much for the resub at 56 months. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Herm GG, thank you so much for the follow. Max Gnarly, thank you for the raid. Budfather420, thank you for the follow. Mutar, thank you for the follow as well. Thanks for joining us. And for the sub, thank you for subscribing. Your first ever sub. And then, Anonymous, thank you so much for 5 gifted subs. Cowco, King of Crows, for 5 gifted subs. And Punch Lasers for 5 gifted subs. You guys didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Calco, thank you so much for the bits, for reaching a 7 stream streak as well. I think also Joss said he had a 25 stream streak. But Anonymous Gifter, thank you for getting us up to All Time Radio, Winged Rebellion, and John Snore. You didn't need to do that, but thank you. That is wild. That makes it 20 subs in a single stream. That might be the most subs we've ever had in a single stream. So thank you very much. That is wild. You didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it very, very much. That is incredibly generous. Who knows if that's even... We don't even know if that's the same Anonymous Gifter. It could be. It could not be. We don't know. So much for Taco Tuesday. It's Sub Tuesday around these parts. Is this a hashtag sponsored by Subway? Because it does feel like that, doesn't it? Thank you so much. Friends, if you were gifted a sub, make sure, even if it's to Anonymous, make sure you just say, General, thank you, out into the void. Hopefully they, receive that well. Thank you so much. Again, you guys don't need to do that. I appreciate you, even if you're just hanging out with us lounging. Even if you're just, chatting with us, lurking, lounging. You don't need to do that, but thank you very much. Very kind of you. Appreciate just being able to hang out with you guys. It's been a 5-year journey, and hopefully more. So thank you very much. I don't know. I mean, whoever you are. I will, Sassy. I will. I saw that you DM'd me. I just haven't had a chance today, but I will. But friends, and again, it's so kind of you. Anonymous, Calco, and Punch Lasers, and Anonymous again. I'll say Anonymous twice just in case it happens to be 2 different Anonymi. Anonymison. I didn't have to presidents. I was tired. But thank you again. I don't know how many times to say thank you, but I will say thank you repeatedly for the generosity. It's very, very generous, very kind of you. But friends, that'll be it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with more of the altars, more chats, more altars than Ruffy and the Riverside on Thursday, and then our Australia stream on Friday. I'm very excited to have these people on. Should be a great time. Again, Stream and Daz, Ross DTD, and YV1 will be joining me, and I'm very excited to be hanging out with them. It'll be very fun. Hopefully no more limb loss. Yeah, goodness. I might also look up where the next qubit is, I think, just to, like, get that out of the way. We really need to, like, have them survive. And I feel like, I mean, we had to be getting close to the end, sort of. Granted, we've restarted a few times, but, like, it said that the game was only, like, 23, 25 hours long. And yes, OTR, we need that is, like, the first thing I want. And I need to be at qubit level 3 in order to get a doctor. So I'm like, how many altars are there? I don't know if all of the ones that they've shown us are the max. I don't think so. But there is, I feel like the computer will be upgraded or something and we'll unlock some more options. But there's Doctor, Guard. I feel like there's a couple more. There should be. I can't remember. Is there like Refiner or somebody? Excuse me. Oh, interesting. Can I see this up close? Can you show me that? Show me potato salad? No? So it looks like, okay, there we go. We can see a few more. Also, who is that? Or you guys can't see. You guys can't see what I'm looking at. Oh, the shrink. That's right. Because, yeah, there's like different levels. We have on the screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11, it looks like. One with really long hair. Right, is that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. And we have the scientist, Yana's in the middle. The botanist is on the right. That's 3. The technician is eating the food, so that's 4. The miner is on the bottom left, that's 5. I wonder if that's the shrink at the bottom. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, 6 more, it looks like. Dock Guard. Oh, right. Oh, right. You've got the full list. Dock Guard, Tech, Refiner, Shrink, Botanist, Scientist, Miner. Yeah. Because I remember it goes like Doctor and then Shrink. And the Botanist has a second level as well. I kind of wonder if that is the guy on the top right who's shushing. I wonder if that's like... Because he has sort of the same, like, suit as the botanist. So I wonder if that's that. I wonder who's at the very top. Who's like, oh, you guys can't see him. Let me move the Australia goal. Or if I do this. Who's the one who's just like, who's that guy? He doesn't, like, he almost doesn't look like he should be there. Does he work here? Anyway, it'll be interesting to see kind of how that develops. I'm very, very excited. I'm really enjoying it. It's very well made. It's pretty much what I wanted, I think. I think it's also a good mix of survival and then just sort of like the narrative that makes me happy. Because I like the narrative. I'm a big fan of the story, and I do love a survival game that's sort of just like sandbox and just like you go for it. But I like this. All right, you're trying to make progress. You're trying to go. You're trying to do all that. I like it. Anyway, well, will be where we stop. But friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. We will be back tomorrow with more of the altars, and then again, Ruffy and the Riverside, and then our Australia stream. I'm very excited to have these friends with me, have some good chats, hopefully laugh. I think there should be some laughs. So it's Friday for me, Saturday for them. So Saturday for the Australians. But anyway, friends, that's it for us today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye.